Laziness is often explained as a lack of motivation, but ancient Japanese samurai didn't see it that way. To them, laziness was not a personality flaw or a weakness. It was a problem of attention, a divided mind, a mind that wandered too far into comfort, fear, or tomorrow. One discipline they used to fight this was called Isshōkenmei. It's a phrase that is commonly translated today as do your best, but that translation completely misses the point. Isshōkenmei originally meant something far heavier, far more serious. It meant to give your life to one thing, one task, one moment, fully. To understand this, let's step back into feudal Japan. Imagine a low-ranking samurai named Hirotada. He is not famous. He has no great victories. He does not dream of becoming a legend. His duty is simple: protect a small piece of land owned by his lord. That land is everything. It feeds his family. It defines his honor. Losing it would mean disgrace, poverty, and possibly death. Every day, Hirotada trains, not because he feels inspired, not because he wakes up motivated. He trains because this land is his one thing. His entire life is attached to it. One morning, Hirotada wakes up tired. His body is sore. The weather is cold. No enemy is expected. No one would blame him for skipping training. This is where most people today would stop. They would say, "I don't feel like it." But Hirotada does not ask himself how he feels. He asks a different question. What is required of me right now? And the answer is simple: train. So he trains, slowly, deliberately, fully. Not thinking about lunch, not thinking about rest, just the movement of the blade, just his breath, just this moment. This is Isshōkenmei in action. The samurai did not wait to feel ready. They did not negotiate with their emotions. They believed that once the mind splits into too many directions, action dies. Laziness is born. Isshōkenmei forces the mind to collapse inward onto one task, one duty, one moment. When there is only one thing, there is no space for excuses. Modern life is the opposite. We are always thinking ahead. We think about how long a task will take. We think about how uncomfortable it will be. We think about whether it's worth it. By the time we finish thinking, we are exhausted, and we haven't even started. The samurai would see this as a failure of focus, not effort. Too many thoughts weaken action. Isshōkenmei cuts through that by removing the future entirely. There is only now, and there is only this task. Back to Hirotada. Years pass. He is never the strongest warrior. He is never the fastest. But when conflict finally comes, when an enemy force tries to seize the land, Hirotada does not freeze. He does not hesitate. He does not overthink. His body moves the way it has always moved in training, one strike at a time, one breath at a time. He survives not because he was extraordinary, but because he always treated every moment as if it mattered, because he trained with the same seriousness whether anyone was watching or not. This is the part people misunderstand. Isshōkenmei is not about intensity for show. It is not about hype. It is not about burning yourself out. It is about sincerity. The samurai believed that doing something half-heartedly was more dangerous than not doing it at all. A dull blade is more likely to get you killed than no blade. Half effort builds weak habits. Full attention builds strength, even in small actions. Applied to modern life, Isshōkenmei is brutally simple. If you are studying, then study. Not with your phone beside you. Not while thinking about how boring it is. Not while planning what you'll do after. Just study. One page, one problem, one paragraph. If you are working, then work. One task, one email, one action completed properly. If you are resting, then rest. Without guilt, without scrolling endlessly. Rest fully, then return to work fully. This is how the samurai avoided burnout long before the word existed. They did not blur the lines between effort and rest. When it was time to act, they acted with everything they had. When it was time to stop, they stopped. Laziness often comes from living in between, never fully working, never fully resting. Isshōkenmei eliminates that middle ground. There is another important detail in Hirotada's story. He never thought of his training as something separate from his life. It was his life. That mindset changes everything. When you treat tasks as obstacles to get through, you resist them. When you treat them as expressions of who you are, resistance fades. Isshōkenmei teaches you to identify with effort itself, not the outcome. You don't work hard to feel good later. You work sincerely because that is who you are in this moment. This is why motivation becomes irrelevant. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline rooted in identity stays. The samurai didn't wake up asking if they were motivated to be samurai. They woke up as samurai. Action followed naturally. Isshōkenmei asks you to do the same. Decide who you are, then act accordingly, regardless of mood. If you struggle with laziness, don't ask yourself how to feel more motivated. Ask yourself a simpler question. What is the one thing in front of me right now? Then give that one thing your full attention. Not perfectly, not forever, just sincerely. Finish it, then move on to the next. That is the ancient lesson. Laziness is not defeated by inspiration. It is defeated by presence. By narrowing your world down to a single task and giving it your life for that moment. That is Isshōkenmei, and it is as effective today as it was on the battlefield centuries ago.